Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the scariest things that happened home alone. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. About 15 years ago, I was trying to sleep when my ex got out of bed to get ready for work. He would sometimes do a workout before a shower, but for some reason he decided to do his workout in the bedroom. I was really tired and tried to keep sleeping. I hadn't opened my eyes yet, but his breathing was getting really heavy and raspy and I was unable to get back to sleep. His breathing was so heavy and weird, I got so mad. I turned over and opened my eyes to tell him to shut up, only to find nobody in the room. The breathing suddenly stopped and I got a chilling feeling. Then I stepped out to find he had been upstairs in the shower. Oh my gosh, what is that? Maybe they had a dog. This happens to me sometimes. But it's Coco. Like, I would literally forget I have a dog. you know when it's like nighttime and you're just like sleeping and all of a sudden you hear like some breathing, some snoring, and then I'm just like, what the heck is that sound? And then I look over and it's just Coco snoring. Dogs snore like people. They're so loud. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it less scary by saying maybe it's this. But what if they didn't have a dog, right? Then who is it? Who is living under the bed? One night, I had forgotten to lock my apartment door and woke up in the middle of the night. My bedroom door was about 2 feet from my front door as you walked into the apartment. First, a big dog ran by, then a person. I was so scared and I screeched, "Who is it?" A man said, "It's Doug." As I was thinking to myself, who is Doug? He said, "Oh shoot." He turned around to go back out the front door saying, "Sorry." I asked, "Didn't you have a dog with you?" He said, "Oh yeah, hey, come on." He left. His dog ran after him and I locked my front door. Whoa. I'm pretty sure he just went into the wrong apartment. Maybe he was like drunk or something. He just opened, wait, huh? Why was his dog following him? Maybe they were on a walk, but then he's not drunk. I'm so confused. That's kind of funny to read, but if this happened to someone, that's so scary. Someone's just in your house. I wouldn't be scared if a dog came in, honestly. But if it's a person, then I'd be like, oh, shoot. At least nothing happened to this person and everything was okay. It was not a burglary, right? Jeez. My husband recently took an overnight job to help us out during COVID. He's only been there about 2 weeks and works evenings and overnights 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Last night was no different. He left home around 8:15 p.m. Our daughter, age 11, and I decided to make it a movie night. Around 11 p.m., I heard keys in our back door and the usual sounds my husband makes when he comes home. I creep out to the kitchen to make sure it was him, and it was. He told me he needed to grab his knee compression sleeve, walks down the hall, says hi to our daughter as he passes the living room, and goes upstairs. He came back down and gave me a kiss and left again. We finished our movie and went back to bed. In the morning when he got home, I made a joking comment about him forgetting his knee sleeve. He was genuinely confused as I recalled that previous night. Our daughter confirmed everything I said and he was still acting confused. I pulled up our security motion camera on my phone to show him when he popped in quick, but there was no footage from the night before or any other night of him coming home after he's left for work. My daughter and I both heard him, saw him, and I touched him, but he was never home during that time. Nothing else out of the ordinary happened that night. We seriously have no idea what happened. Parallel universe? Oh my gosh. What the heck? I don't even know, man. These stories are creeping me out. You guys are probably watching this at night, huh? That's so creepy, though. Because then they're just going to be thinking like, who the heck did I kiss? Back in high school, I'd usually be up all hours of the night playing games. I had a large dog at the time that would sleep in my room at night. It was 2 a.m. and I was finally headed to bed, but my dog wasn't with me, so I ventured out to find him. I made my way across the house to the kitchen and dining room combo. I'm standing in the only door frame that leads to that side of the house. We had an island in the kitchen with a stool that the junk mail was usually kept on. So I walk up, call for my dog, and see him walk from behind the island to behind the dining room table set, knocking all the junk mail down as he did so. I huff and flip on the light. No dog. I freak out, scramble back across the house and end up finding him in my parents' room. I tell the story the next day to my parents and younger sister, who often claim to see stuff in the house. My sister pipes up and goes, "Oh, that's the tall black thing. Yeah, sometimes it likes to crawl around on all fours." What the... What's... I would not live there anymore if I heard that. Yeah, that's just the tall demon. Sometimes it loves walking around on all fours because it's just tired walking on two legs. The fact that she just says it so happily, what, are they friends or something? Like, are they besties? I mean, if it's nice, then yeah, I wouldn't mind like a nice monster friend. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be saying this. What if there's like something listening right now and they're like,
"Oh, I can come out now."
One night, I wasn't feeling very well and the upstairs had a larger bedroom. Downstairs was an old half bath and I wanted to leave that for her if my wife needed to use it at night. So I figured I might as well sleep in the guest room. My wife did not have a problem with this as she had work early the next day and I was constantly getting out of bed with food poisoning. At some point in the night, I awoke to the door slowly creak open and a female voice asking if I was feeling alright. I assumed it was my wife and replied, "Yes honey, I'm fine. See you in the morning." But the door never closed and no footsteps went down the stairs as I would have heard them in this 1800s home, original wood floors and stairs. We were alone in the house that night. I asked my wife about it the next morning and she said she never came up to check on me, let alone wake up during the night. I was facing away from the door when it happened and the unexpected silence following the question made me turn over to check. The door was wide open, no lights were on and no footsteps. Hey, at least it was like a nice ghost, right? You know, it's not one of those ghosts that would like stare at you in your sleep and like gorge your eyes out, right? It's just a nice ghost being like, "Hey, are you okay? I've seen you been sick for over a week. I've been watching you for so long." I very clearly saw a guy walk into my room, but when I went after him, there was nobody there. I checked in the closet, under my bed, everywhere one could hide in my room. What the heck? Why would you do that? Why would you run after a guy who's walked into your room? I would not do that. If I saw someone go into my room and I live alone, I'm just going to walk away from the room, grab my phone, get out of the house and call the cops. Right? Like, why would you go after him? Why? Why are these people like this? It's not a movie, okay? You're gonna die. Not home alone, but upstairs alone. I saw a doppelganger of my mum a few years back and I think she heard mine. I was sitting in my bed and looked up when I heard her coming up the stairs. She walked by my door, looking straight at me with no expression, and walked into her room and closed the door. I'd said hi as she walked but figured whatever, she didn't hear me. Or maybe she was getting something from her room. That's so creepy. The fact that I'm just imagining like something, okay, not a person, just like something walk by with like no emotions whatsoever, but they just look like your mum. Oh my god, that's so scary to think about. It's like seeing your mum's face, but that's not your mum. Oh. Then about 5 seconds later, she yells up the stairs from downstairs and says, "Did you call me?" And I am not ashamed to say I freaked out. She came upstairs, looked down the hall and said, "Did you close my door?" I didn't, and neither did she. She never closed that door because one of our cats primarily lived in her bedroom, so she always kept the door open so the cat could come and go as she pleased. And it wasn't just closed as if the wind had shut it. It was fully closed and the windows were shut. Mum said she had very clearly heard me yell, "Hey mum, come here," from upstairs. I had done no such thing. Oh, that's so creepy. So do you think it was like the same person? Like the mum that walked by was the same person that yelled, "Hey mum, come here." That's so creepy. This gave me goosebumps. Oh my gosh. I'm glad they didn't follow them and the mum didn't go upstairs. This does make me wonder though, like what would have happened if they followed the doppelganger, right? Would they have disappeared or act like the mum? So creepy. Oh, I have goosebumps everywhere. Many years ago, when my now 28-year-old daughter was still an infant, me, her, and our dog We're at the apartment we were living in at the time. My wife was at work. I was sitting on the couch watching TV. My daughter was asleep on a blanket pallet on the floor, and the dog, a German Shepherd Wolf hybrid mix, was about 10 feet away, laying in the doorway between our kitchen and the living room area. At any rate, I was watching whatever it was that I was watching when all of a sudden Thor, our dog, starts with this low-level guttural growling. I figured that he had heard someone in another apartment or walking by through the parking lot and don't think much of it. As a few seconds pass, I notice that it's getting louder, and I can see out of the corner of my eye that he has lifted his head up off his paws, his ears are perked, and he's looking up at the ceiling over where my daughter was laying. I look up, don't see anything, tell him to knock it off. Right after I tell him to knock it off, he jumps up, starts circling my sleeping daughter, literally walking around the pallet she's laying on, and growling more and more intensely, even stopping once and outright snarling and snapping his teeth, all while staring up at the ceiling. After about 2 minutes of this, and me having no clue on what to do since I can't see anything and I do not want to reach for my daughter with him circling her like that, he laid down next to my daughter, rested his head on her back, and stayed there for almost an hour, still intently staring up at the ceiling and occasionally growling. To this day, I have no idea what was going on or what he saw or sensed, but it was extremely creepy to me. That's so freaking scary. There's a freaking ghost on the ceiling, man. That's what it is. I freaking believe that the dog saw a ghost or something on the ceiling. There's no way a dog would just randomly snap his teeth at nothing. There has to be like something that they have seen or that they can see. That's why they snap the teeth, right? Honestly, I don't even know what I would start doing too. I think I would carry my daughter with me. Because if this happened and Coco was like barking at the roof, I would be thinking, uh-oh, the roof is gonna collapse. We're deads. I don't even know. What would you guys have done? That's such a weird and creepy scenario though. Your dog just barking at nothing for 2 minutes straight. But then again, I hear that happens to a lot of people. They see their pets barking at something unknown. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!